How's everyone doing today? This is JJ Domination, and we're back here with another Madden 18 video talking about teams that you should be considering using in Madden 19's Realistic Connected Franchise mode. Now, obviously, this is a strange one. The Seattle Seahawks. The reason they're on this list for me in terms of teams to consider that you guys should probably think about using too is because of the way that the organization is headed. They're no longer going to be identified under the Legion of Boom because Richard Sherman's gone via free agency. Actually, he got cut and then went to the San Francisco 49ers, as you see a beautiful spin move right there from Tyler Lockett. Cam Chancellor announcing via Instagram that he was going to retire. Earl Thomas could possibly be traded. So, like, their identity is gone. You know, and the team is basically starting from scratch. They're trying to build the team around Russell Wilson, which, in my opinion, they should have been doing since the jump. But we're going to get into some ratings, and obviously they're going to have good ratings, but they still have their issues, and we're going to get into that right now, as a matter of fact. So, obviously in Madden, Cam Chancellor is still going to be on the roster, and I think Malik McDowell, who they released not too long ago, is also going to be on the roster. So, keep that in mind when we go through these rosters, because they're most likely out. They're most likely gone, so I'll try to skip over those names so we don't have to, cover them or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and get started here with some ratings. And obviously, we have to start out with 97 overall middle linebacker Bobby Wagner. A lot of people feel like he should have made the 99 club over Luke Kuechly. Some feel like they could have just added him to the 99 club. In terms of ability, I think he is up there with Luke Kuechly and guys like that. Depending on who you ask, he's the best middle linebacker in the league. I feel comfortable in saying he's definitely a high 90 overall. Earl Thomas, who could possibly be traded to the Dallas Cowboys. We've heard the Raiders recently. He's a 95 overall. One of the best safeties in the game. Possibly the best free safety in the game. Russell Wilson, a 92 overall at quarterback. So you don't have to worry about quarterback because I believe Russell Wilson's 27 or 28 years old. So you're fine there for the foreseeable future. Doug Baldwin, I think he's highly underrated. A 90 overall at wide receiver. I feel like in real life he's underrated. In Madden, he's got a good rating because he's better than T.Y. Hilton in terms of Madden rating. And then, like I said, I'm going to skip over Cam Chancellor because in real life he's retired. So if I were to do these guys in a franchise or pick this team to use in a franchise, I would cut him and make him like a punter who's like 50 years old so no one would pick him up. But at right outside linebacker, we got KJ Wright with an 83 overall. He's an underrated player for this team, very valuable to what this team does as well in terms of the cover two. Then we got Tyler Lockett with 93 speed at wide receiver. Their best offensive lineman is Dwayne Brown, former Houston Texans left tackle with an 81 overall. Their young defensive end, Frank Clark, gets an 81 overall with 84 speed, 90 acceleration, and 88 strength. Frank Clark is a nice dude. If you ever seen him play, that dude is nice. Then you got Seabass, the longtime Raiders kicker, an 81 overall. Brandon Marshall gets an 81 overall at wide receiver with 86 speed. Shaquille Griffin, the brother of Shaquem, who is also on this team, accidentally rhyming. He gets an 80 overall at corner, 92 speed. Deion Jordan, going from bust to being a part of the rotation for the Seattle Seahawks. He gets a 79 overall at defensive end. Remember, the Dolphins drafted him in like the top 5 one year, and he was supposed to be the next stud pass rusher, and it didn't work out. So now he's going to get playing time here with the Seattle Seahawks. Jaron Reed from Alabama, the defensive tackle, he gets a 79 overall. Justin Britt, their center, gets a 77 overall. Barkevius Mingo, who was another high draft pick by another team, the Cleveland Browns, he's going to get a 78 overall with 86 speed. Jerron Brown at wide receiver, he's going to get a 78 overall. Ed Dixon, the longtime Panther tight end, he's going to get a 77 overall. Their punter, Michael Dixon's going to get a 77 overall. And then running back, man, they have a ton of usable running backs. Let's start with J.D. McKissick. He is going to get a 77 overall. And I'm just going to go through all the running back ratings, and I'll get back to normal. Rashad Penny, their rookie running back from San Diego State, gets a 75. Chris Carson gets a 75 overall. Let's see here. Let's keep going, looking for running backs. C.J. Prosise gets a 71, and Mike Davis gets a 73. I kind of went out of order right there. but it's all good. Back on the regular ratings. So Maurice Alexander, who is the best strong safety outside of Cam Chancellor, he gets a 76 overall. Corners Justin Coleman and Byron Maxwell get 76 overalls. Bradley McDougald gets a 76 overall as the backup safety. Nizier Jones, the backup DT, he's going to get a 75 overall. Dante Johnson at corner gets a 73 overall. DJ Fluker, the longtime Charger and Giant, is going to get a 72 overall at right guard. And then the player, the one-handed beast, Shaquem Griffin, gets a 72 overall with 91 speed at outside linebacker. If you're in a league where you need someone to use her, get this guy because he's got 91 freaking speed. Tom Johnson, he's a 72 overall at defensive tackle along with Stamar Stephen. Amara Darbo, he's a 71 overall at wide receiver. He's nice. Like if you use him, he's nice. Marcus Smith, he was another stud pass rusher who was a bust, finding rotational time with Seattle. He gets a 71 overall. Nick Vanett is a 71 overall at tight end. Let's see some key players right here. DJ Alexander, he's a 69 overall. And their offensive line's bad. Like Jermaine Ifedi, he's a 69 overall at right tackle. Ethan Posick, he's a 69 overall at left guard, and like that's their starters, by the way. Like this ain't no backups. So what I'm seeing right here from the Seattle Seahawks, they suck on the offensive line. Their offensive line's garbage. They need a new tight end after losing Jimmy Graham to the Packers. They could use another good receiver. Maybe Darbo progresses into being that receiver. You need to find a day one back. You have so many running backs in this backfield. You have to find your day one guy and run with him all the way to a Super Bowl potentially. And then finally, getting into a couple more things, Cam Chancellor retiring and Richard Sherman out of here. So you got to redefine that defense and shape it into the mold you want it to be in. I would build around Bobby Wagner and Frank Clark. That's me. You do your thing out there, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be it for me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Share this with your friends. Get eyes on the product and leave a comment down below of more teams you would love to see me discuss on teams to use in franchise mode. I'm signing out, y'all. Peace.